Alright guys, welcome back. I'm Laura Wilkie with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and I'm going to talk to you guys and give you some quick tips about homeschooling with toddlers. Hey guys, real quick, I want to tell you about my new curriculum. It's Hero as a Character, and it is a character-based curriculum that you can use during morning time, tea time, or bedtime. It seamlessly blends science, nature studies, heroes, history, and character traits and skills that you want your kids to learn. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, head over to my website. It's downhomewithlemonpie.com and check it out for yourself. Alright guys, welcome back. I'm Laura Wilkie. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm a Christian stay-at-home homeschool mama. I have 6 kids, 1 more on the way. We have been homeschooling from the very beginning, since my oldest, who is 10, since she was like pre-K, like 3 years old, 4 years old. We have been homeschooling that long, and because I have so many kids and they're so close together, we have always had toddlers underfoot. So I'm going to give you guys some great tips that we have used in our own home, and also hopefully you will find them very helpful so that you can use them in your own home. Okay guys, my first tip is do not expect picture perfect days. It's going to be messy. There's going to be interruptions. Your house is going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. It's not going to go as you expect. So don't make a schedule that you are expecting to adhere to with no interruptions. It's just not going to happen. Those people who you see that say things such as, we get all our homeschooling done before noon, do not have toddlers underfoot, okay? All of those people that you see that tell you all the things like, oh, it only takes us 2 hours to get all our homeschool lessons done, do not have toddlers underfoot, okay? So do not compare yourself to them. Don't expect what they have to be what's going to be possible in your own home. Just kind of take what you have and run with that. Okay, so my first tip is to plan for toddlers, okay? You need to make sure that you have activities planned out, that you have taken time to plan really for them. I know it gets so exciting to plan all of the things for the big kids, the curriculum, and picking out what kinds of lessons and things you're going to be doing with them, but sometimes we forget about our toddlers. We just for some reason assume they will be playing with their toys like they normally do, but when it comes time for school and they see you with those big kids one-on-one interacting, they want to be involved too. So plan for them. One thing that we do is I get my little guys, I have twin toddlers that are 3 years old. I got them this year their very own spirals and markers and crayons, and they keep them in their backpack, and during school time they can pull those out to work on them. For them, I don't particularly have a specific activity they need to do. I just let them go and do what they want to do. So if they just want to scribble on every page every single day, then that's what they do. But I don't particularly have something for them that is guided, I guess, in that manner. I do have other activities though that are just for school time. That is another tip. Have things kind of set aside that are just for them to do during school time. Things like paint with water books, specific toys that they really like certain blocks or building things. So having those activities available for them. Some ideas are the paint with water books. We have done a million paint with water books, and yes, it's messy, but it entertains them and gives you that time that you need to work with your big kids, okay? We have done some things where I have printed stuff offline. I will link some websites below, guys, where you can find some great resources, but I put them in these little binders. I even label them Kinder Play Learning Mats, but they are not actually just for kinders. But it's just tons of stuff here. I'll try to find as many of these. I've had a lot of them for years, so I will try to find and link as many as I can. But here are the ABCs. They can get their little cars and drive them around. That is from pre-K pages. They can drive them around on each letter. Then I have them in dividers here. Okay. Duplos, if you have Duplos, they can make all the numbers. These are just number mats that they can create. And you can even, these ones are not laminated, but you can stick them, I can't find it, here it is. You can stick them in little things like this or other sheet protectors, and then they can get them, you know, it doesn't matter if they get them messy or whatever, or if you want to do them with Play-Doh or something like that. Let me see what other activities I've got here that you might find exciting. Some of these are kinder level, so I'm not really showing you those. The pattern block pictures, these are one of my favorites. This year we invested in the magnetic pattern block so they can do them on a cookie sheet, but either way works. And what I love about this particular printable is the pattern block colors match the actual pattern blocks. Here are some Play-Doh mats. I did laminate these because they're going to be used with Play-Doh, and the goal is for them to make the letters. Of course, when they're little bitty, they're not doing that. They're just playing Play-Doh, and that's totally fine too. And then they could make like something like an apple or something to go with it. If they don't, I don't really worry about it because my goal is not for them to complete the activity correctly. My goal is for me to be able to work with the big kids, right? It's an entertainment activity for these little guys. So it's not something that I'm really spending a ton of time on. I have some number Play-Doh mats, just tons of stuff. Like I said, I will link some websites to help you guys. Some of my other favorites are these Cheerio Fruit Loop mats that I had found. Again, you stick this at the high chair in a sheet protector, give them a little bowl of Cheerios. Yes, they're going to eat most of them, of course, but that's still entertaining them, right? And if they don't want to eat them, they can put them on their mats. Okay, so that's kind of the goal, is for them just to have something to keep them busy. Okay, other activities that I have pulled out for them that are just for that time: Mr. Potato Head, Lincoln Logs, nature blocks like the tree blocks, the little people that have the magnetic clothes like the little bear family or the little people family, any of those kinds of things. We have a dollhouse that I have pulled out. All of these things are kept put away except for school time. They're not even necessarily all school related. They're just things that they can do only during school time, which makes them special. Okay, so having things set aside for school time. Unit studies. Your little ones are much smarter and capable than you think they are, and they are able to be involved in a lot of those activities that you don't think they can. So you can do some unit studies. We did some cool Little House on the Prairie little unit studies. We've done dinosaur unit studies. We actually are currently doing a dinosaur one. We have done just all the different unit studies. And when you do a unit study, guys, I'm telling you, you will see how much growth your little ones can have. Whatever you're doing with your big kids, just take that subject. Like if it is, for us right now, it's dinosaurs, so that's fresh on my mind. So for us, dinosaurs, I just get on Google or Pinterest and I type in dinosaur preschool activities. Tons of stuff comes up and it pairs up with what we're already doing. I stick their activities in these little trays, and you can stack up several of them and they're ready to go. You can do that the morning of, the night before, whatever. It doesn't have to be complicated things. They can just be simple little puzzles that you printed off on regular paper, and now they have to put them together. And then maybe the next one is a gluing thing, and then maybe the next one is a coloring thing. You just don't want to only have all the same thing because they'll get bored. So do consider fine motor and gross motor skills. Another one of my favorite things to do with our little guys is we've done this a lot of times, especially when the weather is nice. It's not nice right now, it's way too hot. But when the weather is nice, we will take a blanket outside. I will take all of our activities, including the big kids' independent learning stuff. We'll go outside and we will actually let all the little ones play, and I'll call the big kids over one at a time or two at a time, and we'll do that. And we're outside on a blanket with snacks and drinks, and they can just run and play. I can keep an eye on them. Kids do better outside, right? Which brings me to the next thing. If you can get them outside first thing in the morning, you probably will see a huge difference in their behavior. I don't know. When we had a lot of little ones, we did that a lot. I would take walks like to the park first thing in the morning with the whole group. We would go to the park, we would walk all morning, then we would come home, have lunch, and I would utilize nap time as our main learning time because the little ones were all sleeping, and then I had time that I could be one-on-one with my big kids. So that is another huge tip. Your schedule is not going to look like everybody else's if you have little bitty ones underfoot, because you are dealing with other challenges. But remember, it's a season, okay? Another thing that I have done is I have taken my big kids and we call it sibling bonding time, okay? And I will assign them a certain time, like my oldest, for example, a certain time, and it is her job to go and play with her littlest siblings at that time. Maybe it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and then she will come back and I will trade with a different child and they will play sibling bonding time with the little ones. This is not like a babysitting thing. It's not like I'm pawning my kids off on my other kids or whatever, which you will always hear. That's not what it is. Siblings need to bond. They need to spend time together and they grow that way. It's just good for them. So utilizing what you have, basically. Okay, I will go into some of these deeper in another video, but busy bags are a great thing. Sensory boxes are a great thing. Play-Doh, just stickers on a piece of paper is a great thing that you can use. I talked about the paint with water books, the building toys, puzzles. You can just get like a colander and some pipe cleaners and they can poke the pipe cleaners into the holes. You turn it upside down and they can do that. Some little pony beads on a pipe cleaner and they can thread them on, okay? Just little fun things that they can do and keep them busy, okay? Do not feel guilty for utilizing educational programming, okay? That is a big one, and so many times in our society, parents are made to feel guilty about that, okay? It is not a problem if you are using it in a productive manner, okay? So they are still learning when they're doing those, watching those educational programs, and I think it is so good for them, okay? Plus it gives you the things that you need. You know, time alone with your big kids so you can get things done. Like I said, nap time is a great time. And another thing that we have done in the past is we have saved all of our lessons for when my husband gets home. If that's how the day is going, then that's how the day is going. It's not the norm, but if the day is going that way and we have to wait till he gets home to get things done, then that's what we do. You know, we can do it when the little ones go to bed or whatever. But just knowing that it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be okay because it's a season, and eventually seasons pass and a new season comes, right? So let me see. Okay, do not expect too much from your little guys. Their attention spans are small, so plan for shorter times of learning with your big kids too. Just don't expect too much. I am a huge for over planning too many activities, but I do it in a way that if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done, okay? I'm not hung up on it, I guess. But just plan for shorter times of learning, basically. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. This is the end of this video, but I do want to throw out there real quick, I have a perfect curriculum for your toddlers, preschoolers, kindergartners coming up really soon. Watch for it. It is based on the Eric Carle books. I am so excited for it. I have used it in my own home, and it has crafts, activities, games, snacks, everything to go along. It is theme-based with the books, the Eric Carle books. So if that sounds like something you may be interested in your own home, it is a perfect thing to keep your little ones busy while you were teaching the big guys, and it will be coming up soon, so look for that. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like the videos, hit the notification bell so that you too do not miss another video.